we're live, guys. So hello everyone, we're back this week again. Today with a special guest, or maybe
What?
two special guests actually.
I'm always special.
Yeah,
My mum says.
yeah, she's a nice old lady.
Yep.
And this is only my second time in this stream, so I
Yeah.
guess I'm a bit more. No, I don't want to be special.
So
So my name's Greg. Hi.
Yeah, so me, you know, Matt, maybe you know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I haven't been on here for a little while.
How
now,
can
to
you
be fair.
forget those eyes?
Oh, jeez, stop
Those
it.
deep-
It's probably the beard, I would say. I don't see anything else.
Yeah, we got another nice beard here.
Okay, shorter beard like Ness.
Yeah, but
Less impressive than some of the beards we
yeah,
have on
but
the
better
team.
groomed.
Yeah, true.
That's true.
Well, I
yes.
groomed it this morning.
And
so
probably less smelly too, I'd say.
So we got Greg, short for Gregory.
Yep.
And you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, so I'm the narrative designer and writer for Gen Zero. So I was already working on the game, on the base game when it released, and I've also been working on this DLC. So I'm the narrative and story guy.
So, what's narrative design then?
Yeah, so that's some question I get a lot even when in this company where it's always a bit fluffy. So there's a bit of writing, so working with missions and the mission designer to flesh out the story, the linear story you want to tell from point A to Z. But there's a lot of fleshing out the world as well, making sure the story tells the world tells the story as well. You go to a location and there's something happened, and you can piece it together. So working a lot with the world designers and level designers and art to make sure that the gameplay, the missions, and the world look like a cohesive thing. I've lost a nice word. But yeah, so it's a lot of getting inspiration from what they want to do and inspiring them so that you feel the story everywhere where you play, not just in the main beats and the dialogue.
Sounds like a kind of nice job actually.
Yeah, I didn't even know that job existed when I first joined the games industry. It feels like okay, it's not really a dedicated path you learn. You can learn to be a writer, you can learn to be a well designer or mission designer, but this is kind of
It's a bit overall.
Yeah, it's also new and super different depending on which company you work with.
Gotcha.
So what I'm gonna do is, if you guys remember last week, I tried to get into the hotel. Didn't manage though. I'm gonna try that again. So maybe if we're really lucky, we get into there, and we'll see what happens.
Sounds good.
So do we have a lot of people here watching today?
And
Looks like that.
The other thing too is Greg's actually not really tiny. He's about like a couple of feet behind me here, so it's it's just a camera trick.
Yeah, and that's usually the position where the game devs are. It's just all of the game dev team is smaller, and we're just saying that so that you or our community managers are bigger.
There you go, chat.
Same trick as in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Subtitles are disabled on YouTube. Do we ever have subtitles on
No.
YouTube? No.
Yeah, you can't have subtitles on a live stream, I don't think, unless it's some amazing.
Yeah. Maybe you can translate to.
I mean, they would never
whatever
pick up
language
my
they want.
accent anyway. It would be like weird gibbery goosh,
Yeah. Honk honk.
yeah. So
We all have different accents, so would be funny to see how that
it would be hilarious.
translate to
wouldn't
closed
it?
captions.
It would be hilarious. Yeah, really
Yeah.
funny.
Someone wrote Tiny Greg. Maybe I should not have picked that up. That could become a thing.
That's all good.
Oh shit! What happened here?
Can you hear any game sound? I can't hear any game sound.
Yeah, I can hear some.
Oh,
So
as
see-
long as you can. It's
See,
fine,
typically
yeah.
that's some of the world scenes we work on,
Yeah. So.
where we always have bits of stories. So that's not something I do. We have amazing world designers that do that, but I would then work with them to connect those small stories to the overall backstory and lore, where appropriate. So we have those littered across the world so that there's things to see and explore. And
Yeah, it all tells its little own story.
Yeah. I've always liked that about Generation Zero. Every little part you come to, there's like a bit of mystery about how a car ended up like that, or why the machines are dead there and things like that. So it's cool.
So that's nope, empty. So last time when I went here, I got chased by, I don't know, maybe 10 hunters, and whatever I did, they wouldn't get off my back.
Have you got enough ammunition this time around, Pontus?
Yeah, I actually went to my little plundra and picked some up.
Nice.
Oh no.
The Plundra loot box.
Oh, that's the...
Arrival.
Maybe try to avoid that one for now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Red, Pontus, red!
Yeah, I gonna take that approach today. Be a little more sneaky. I always try, but you know, I'm a bit impatient.
Yeah. So if any of you guys out there in the chat world have any questions for
sorry.
Greg, then just fire them in there and we'll get him, or he'll do his best to answer them.
Yeah.
Okay, there's one question I see that I really don't have an answer for that, but I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Have you guys named the boat? Bob the boat, yes. No, we haven't we didn't name the boat. It was just the boat. But we could name it. We should probably name
Yeah,
it.
I think me, Patrick, and Björn talked about that boat. We came up with a lot of fun names. Also, some people from the chat helped us out a bit with that. But I don't know where we ended up. What if you could choose a name? What would it be?
I don't know. Right now, only joke names come to mind.
Yeah,
so,
well, Boaty McBoatface is already
exactly.
taken.
Boaty McBoat. Yeah, that was the first one I had. Otherwise, I would try to find like a Swedish name for it. That does sound like that's reminiscent or because Bob's good, but it's not Swedish. So
I gotcha. Hey gang, loving the expansion. 2 thumbs up from Canada. Well, 2 thumbs up from Sweden back
Yeah.
at ya. Thank you very much.
yeah, thanks for your nice comments.
Yeah.
Oh.
People are asking me Graham. So Graham is just got back from holiday yesterday, and he has something in his apartment that he can't. Yeah. Anyway, he is back and he's still here, but he's just not on the stream today.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You'll see him shortly. Be sure.
Yeah.
Actually,
Definitely.
while you're on it,
that?
I saw that you entered.
Graham's in chat.
You entered one of the locations we did called Usets Commune. That's actually one of the locations that is part of a side mission.
Oh,
One of the side missions you would get from that board, that war board, what we call war board in the hotel.
Oh, hopefully I can scoot over there and have a
Yeah.
look.
And that's actually a very interesting mission, and that's where the mission didn't start as an idea from myself, like from a story, but it started as a cool location that Emil, one of our great world designers, worked on, and so it was kind of a commune, kind of a. I won't talk too much about what it includes, and then I built it. I took it and I tried to create a story around it. So so a lot of my work is seeing what the others have done and and steal it. I guess.
I gotcha.
No, elevate it. Let's call it elevated, or try to at least.
Yeah.
But that was a fun mission to work on.
But that seems like the odd way around. How's the process usually? You come up with something and like, this would be a great mission, or do you sit down, pull your hair and like, what are you supposed to do? You know, could you?
So it depends on what. So for missions, for the main story, then I would usually come up with a narrative outline of so super broad strokes of what will the story be, where do we start. In this case, we decided that we had to start on the base game island for obvious reasons. Where do you end up? What's the main goal, and what should you care about? In this case, the NPCs, the hotel, and then I work with our mission designer, and then we try to break it down into fun missions, and then that's his part to make it fun, and then I add story to each of those missions, and then all the dialogue.
How long does it take to write a mission?
You mean in real life or ideally?
Well, give me both.
Okay.
Do you usually do you usually have like the goal of the mission first and then work backwards when you're writing it, or does it something that unfolds as you kind of come across?
It's probably more the second one.
Okay, yeah, I gotcha.
Sometimes we need to have the story finish at get to a certain point, so that will be our end goal.
Yep.
Most of the time it's kind of a trial and error thing. So
Gotcha.
Sometimes a mission designer has a really cool idea for gameplay, and I try to make it make a story around it, or attach it to the current story beats we had. So it's a bit of both. You cannot, in games, you cannot write a story out of thin air and then impose it on everyone else. You're supporting the team rather than being the sole writer in the corner. So it's a cooperative process for me.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
Yeah. So it sounds like a cliche, but really it's that that would never work. Like linear stories that you would. That's where sometimes like it's hard for writers working in other areas, other entertainment media,
Yep.
would struggle to get into games.
Yeah, fair enough. I see just a couple of questions about NPCs and things like that too. Did you work with those or?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was the one, trying to come up with characters. So both the 3 mission givers and the background NPCs that don't talk, that you see in the hotel.
Yes.
So so it started as me trying to come up with ideas for characters,
Yes.
and then to flesh them out, I worked a lot with our character artists and our animator.
Mm-hmm.
So Juras and Charlotte, to flesh them out, make them visually interesting.
Yes.
Because typically my idea might be a bit abstract,
I gotcha.
and then they might say, well, they would all 3 NPCs are too similar, so how can we make make them more visually more different and interesting? So
Yep. I gotcha.
I thrive on that stuff.
I gotcha.
But Anita, the first one of the 3 NPCs in this DLC, was actually a base game character. Of course, you would never see them; you will only hear about them. but
Yes.
she
I
was
remember her from the radio communications.
exactly
Yeah,
radio
I do,
communications and the answering machine
Yes.
messages.
Yes.
And she was in the archipelago region, and she was the first person you would follow the footsteps
Yes.
of, in a way,
Yep.
in the first region. So it felt like she has potential to be fleshed out.
I like that.
Mm.
Alright, let's see if we can scoot over
Who
here.
are everyone's favorite NPCs? That's I really like that question.
I get
for
a nice
me,
answer
well,
for that.
I have a soft spot for Anita, since I've now spent so much time with that character between the base game and the DLC. And that's why I wanted that character to be kind of the de facto leader of that
Mhm.
group, or even though leader doesn't really apply. So yeah, that would be probably my favorite character. But I know that many people in the team started to like Benny.
Yeah, Benny is so cool. And it kind of reminds me of someone who works here as well.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, well, you know, the looks, anyway.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, he's just awesome. And when I read his bio, it's like, yeah, this is a cool guy.
Mm.
Didn't know he was that old, though.
My favorite NPC is Pontus.
That's what Graham said.
I'll keep a note of that.
I think mine would have to be Anita as well, just because of the original connection with her. You know, like I don't know. I think it would. What is that?
Oh, it's rock rings.
Oh,
It's I guess it's cereal.
yeah,
Yep.
it's got to be.
Even in a bunker.
Yeah, well,
You could have called it like Fruchthooper or something, right? Would that work?
Yeah.
Uh,
And yeah, how Benny started was I've always wanted to do something about to flesh out the music posters we have. In
oh yeah,
all the
yeah,
game.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, all of those
Yep.
in
The
all
bands,
the villas. So
yeah.
I wanted to create a backstory for one of them,
Yes.
and so we picked up the Barb Rose. So that's the one with the rose and the kind of
Yes.
hard
yes.
rock looking poster.
Yep, I know what you mean.
And I'm like, okay, it could be a washed up rock star or something.
Yep.
And that's how Benny started,
Yep, I gotcha.
as a combination of a lot of real life music artists of various periods and washed up status.
he got a great voice too.
Yeah, no.
Is it hard to record voices and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's a long process. It's to get to one line of dialogue playing in the game. Takes a lot of time. And yeah, so there's I also do all of the voiceover production and design.
Yep.
Yeah, so that means writing all the character biographies, like you mentioned earlier, Pontus. Working with recording agencies and doing casting, like auditions, to find the right voice for each character. And on this game, since the voiceover is available in Swedish and English, we work with local talent in Stockholm. So that's really practical for us as well, to be able to record close to home.
Yep, I gotcha.
Yeah, I guess that you save a lot of time doing that.
Yeah, and a lot of energy, and not having to fly across half of the world to record stuff in the US, for instance.
Yeah, especially if you need to do retakes.
Yeah, retakes is typically can typically cost a lot. So that's where, when we work on missions, we need to do trial and error and iterate and improve as much as we can before we go to the final recording session. Otherwise, you record stuff and then you change the mission. You go to the left instead of to the right. You open the red door instead of the blue door, and your voiceover line is not is obsolete. So.
But do you do like a lot of like, right, let's say blue door, yellow door, green door, all at once, just to like save, or?
So sometimes, if you really need to be specific in the dialogue, you would do that. If you really need the dialogue to include that gameplay hint, a trick is usually to be not too specific in the dialogue,
Okay.
and then the UI text will provide the details.
Okay, I gotcha.
Because, especially in a small team like us, we don't get to record 10 versions and choose later, or have re-recordings. We need to be effective with what we can record. So.
Right.
Does this question make sense to you? Is the guy in the hotel basement studying the runner based on the bus driver Lasse Congo in the Swedish movie Screwed in Helen?
Okay, the first half of the question does make sense.
Okay,
the
yeah.
second part. So I would need to check with our character artist and animator. Maybe they're both Swedish, so maybe they did base it on him. But I didn't know about that movie, so no, I didn't do it.
Okay.
But yeah, he's a combination of a lot of different stereotypes on that.
I gotcha.
But yeah, he was one of our favorites in the non-speaking characters,
Yep.
because he stands out and he's actually trying to be useful.
Mm-hmm.
He's at a table and he's inspecting a destroyed machine to try to learn what the enemy is. So that's in a way what the player does as well.
I gotcha.
Just if you haven't seen the movie, see it. I know it's kind of old, but Matt, you'd love it.
Screwed in Tallinn. Okay.
Yeah, it's called Torsk på Tallinn in Swedish.
Okay.
It's kind of old, but it's
Is it a
just
comedy?
watch it.
Or
Yeah, it's kind of dark though. But
it's Swedish, of course.
Yeah.
Oh. Just the time of the year.
Oh, what can we?
What's the team's favorite cereal? I like the kind of questions we get.
You know what's funny is they don't really do cereal in Sweden. It's available here, but it's not a traditional Swedish breakfast.
Well, it's pretty unhealthy, I'm guessing.
You reckon?
Yeah.
What about muesli though? Muesli's healthy. It's probably about the healthiest breakfast you can get.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like, I don't know, Frosties flakes.
Yeah. Well,
It's
anything
all
with
sugar.
anything with an animal on the packaging has got a lot of sugar in it.
Yeah.
I've got a cough that's kind of trying to come out.
Yeah, me too. This is also very Sweden, and it's the season. I've been kind of ill for the last couple of weeks, so hopefully I won't have to cough that much. So far, so good.
I didn't see him in there.
No, I didn't either.
So yeah, that hotel basically is. Ironically, they hold up in a hotel, but they're in a wine cellar, as Benny mentions, because the hotel is not exactly safe. Like it's not like they could just use the rooms and turn on the lights.
So they've kind of like fortified themselves in there.
Yeah, fortified is, I guess, even an overstatement.
Oh,
They're-
okay.
They're just hiding, and they manage to
Yeah.
get out, to get a few supplies, and then they go back into the cellar.
I gotcha.
That's probably how they've been living the last couple of weeks.
I gotcha.
Yeah, let's lock them in there. Let's see if we can do like this. Smart, not hard.
Oh, that's a good question. How do you get up in the morning without your Kellogg's? Does that make sense to anyone? I don't know. It's a tough task sometimes, Connor.
Yeah, sometimes it's questions you don't really want to discuss in too much detail in this kind of stream. It's very controversial. I did see a question earlier that I missed it, I think.
Toasty's saying that we're implying that in his words, robot dogs don't want a spa day at a nice hotel. You know, maybe they do.
Oh, it's locked now. Oh, look at this. I recognize this carpet.
Oh, you do you?
Yeah.
Oh, I Don't know what you're talking about.
Could be some old movie I saw. I
Well,
don't know.
yeah, there's a
don't
lot of
know.
inspiration that went into, a lot of work as well that went into that hotel,
Yeah,
as you
just
can
look
see.
at this.
It's beautiful.
It's not like any other house or like stuff like that I've
Yeah.
seen in this game before.
Yeah, we've really tried to have a unique feel to the whole island and the
Yeah, just
and
this.
and the hotel and bringing NPCs. So NPCs was also a way to
Give it a bit
listen.
more life.
give a bit more life, because the story was there in the base game, but in a found footage format. So it was a lot based on exploration and keeping track of the story a lot. So now with NPCs you can relate more directly to, well, people that are in the same situation as you, except that they are not able to fight as awesomely as you can. And here they are.
Oh, look at this. This is the first time I'm here.
Someone's trolling me in chat about vegetarian breakfasts.
Really? Is David back?
I don't know who that is actually. It's Ha.
So what was it? What do you
10,
think about eating
7,
vegetarian
6, 4, 2.
breakfast?
There's a bit of an internal debate going on. About
Yeah, what do we
let's keep
think
let's
about
keep
that?
office politics out of the
So
stream.
if you want, you can look around a bit.
Yeah.
Well played,
we-
Dad. Well played.
So it's a rather
Oh, it's so big.
cellar. Yeah. So you have a few. There are 10 in total in that cellar, survivors.
Oh,
Some
so
of them
big.
come from the main island, from Östertörn. A couple were already on Himfjell before the machine invasion.
Oh,
And
here's
that's
the guy.
That's the guy.
The Lasse Congo guy. I
Yeah.
can definitely see the resemblance.
You can?
Yeah, I
okay,
can.
There we go.
Yeah.
I
He
thought-
got Lasse Congo har fått afrikanska polletter i motorn.
all of them have names in our internal documents, but I forgot which name I gave to him.
I got you.
Yeah.
Like
You're
this.
just gonna raid this guy's suitcases.
Yeah. Hopefully once. This
So
brings
so
me
there-
back to childhood. Really, these suitcases.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant the wine. No.
Sorry. Actually.
But so basically, those guys are in a tough spot. They're 10 and they have nothing, and you loot them. That's nice. of
Yeah,
you.
I know.
Mm.
Well, I'm the one with the gun, so
Okay. Yeah. Well, they kind of need you. So that's Anita.
yeah. Well, let's talk to her.
Starkt jobbat. Tack så mycket för medicinen. Välkommen hit. Det är jag som är Anita och som du ser lever vi inget lyxliv direkt.
Tja, Benny. Ja, du kanske känner igen mig. Jo, jag var ju...
Vi pratar om Barbaros's glansdagar en annan gång, rockstjärnan.
So she's kind of putting him down, but I didn't want them to have too much of a confrontational dynamic either.
Okay.
Like that they would be fighting and arguing and everything. First
He
of all,
doesn't-
because
He doesn't look happy though.
Hey,
Yeah.
they're not exactly happy, but
No.
they kind of need to work together. So
Yeah.
what's done in a lot of post-apocalyptic things where people keep arguing and turning on each other, it felt like, first of all, we didn't have the time and it wasn't the right focus for this story, and it felt like maybe they can work together even if it's kind of uneasy. And you can check on his back. Check his back.
Oh,
he-
there we go,
he-
the rose.
He's even wearing
His old.
his own old jacket
I
of
gotcha.
his old band.
Looks
Oh,
li-
look at he got something in
It
his
looks
pocket.
like the
That-
rock
that's a
life was good
snooze.
for him
Yeah.
too.
Mm. That's the
Man, you can even see like the on the jeans. Wow.
Oh, you mean the texture?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
Nice. So let's take a look at this.
Comics saying, thank you for the beautiful work on the DLC. The details in the building interiors and attention to detail is awesome. Thank you for the feedback, Comic.
Thank you very much. Yeah. We really love working on the building interiors. So the ones we have now, we had. I'm gonna forget a couple, but we have the police station, we have a bike store, we have the cafe and / restaurant. That was a lot of fun as well. It was also something we feedback we had received and that we wanted to work on. So all of those suitcases and cannot find a decent shirt. But that's the thing. I think Benny could find. He was already a guest in a hotel, so he could find other clothes. That's just his statement.
It is.
Yeah.
It
keeping
is.
his-
He's too cool for that.
He's the only one thinking that. But
I like Lonely Rangers thinking of guitars. When can we play them and attract machines? Let's do some power rift and and then run away. Will you expand the houses on the main island? I don't think there's any plans to at the moment. I know the team have done a lot of work to actually spice the original areas up.
Mhm.
But you know, never say never.
I especially love the cabin full of soccer balls. I know that one of our teammates would be really happy about that comment. Yeah, sometimes you can. That's a small story. You can just interpret what happened there and why the hell did that person collect all of the soccer balls.
Uh-oh.
Right, Pontus.
Oh, did I?
They're on to you.
Yeah, I know. Which button did I quit that to? Uh-oh.
Guitars, when can we play them in the track machines? So yeah, all of the strings on the guitars in game are broken, and
Because machines don't like guitars. And
yeah. So so far they're not. Guitars are just silent, unfortunately.
Maybe one day.
like,
Who knows?
I think if you carried a guitar with strings around, you could use it as a deterrent because the machines would destroy the strings on the guitar before they go after you.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's not dumb at all. Oh, the flamethrower is just like the damage over time.
Yeah, damage over time is tough. Yeah, it's supposed to be a challenge in this island.
Well, yeah, it
Oh.
really is. As I said, I tried just to get to the hotel so many times without managing. So yeah, there definitely is a real challenge in this game.
And you're playing solo as well, so that makes it harder as well.
Right, there's only one left now, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did he go then?
In-
Oh, he's around.
inside on the other side. Yeah. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. I forgot about that. Oh, got some collectibles here as well.
Nice.
Do you write stories about the collectibles too?
So I was the collectibles in this DLC was a passion project of mine and a couple of other people on the team. So we had three main types. We had 9 new audio logs by 3 of the base game characters, Von Olmer, Holberg, and radio host Emil Sandberg. And then we worked on vacation photos, so that was a way to play on the theme of the. It's a ski resort island, so even if weird stuff has been happening, some people were vacationing there before machines invaded.
Yeah,
so
like
we wanted to play on that.
Imponerande hur du rider bland rosthögarna. Men nu vet du nog var vi är.
Du, vi måste fixa det här. Kanske du locka iväg dem med en massa oljud.
yeah, now would be nice with a guitar.
Sätt igång brandlarmet vid Tärnboda
Yeah, just as a bit of talk about the flamethrowers there. If you guys want to see what flamethrowers do, search crocodile tanks from World War II. I don't know if they're like 10, 15 meter long jet of flames. They're pretty impressive. So, yeah.
I can hear something. So
No. Depends if you want to keep following the mission or do something else. But now you can go to a.
yeah, is
town-
there
a
anything you
town
want to
near-
show off?
Huh?
Anything you want us to show that you could?
Let me think. Because now we could either follow that main mission, or you could. Well,
I'll
we
rather
could-
go to something you think is
Well,
interesting.
then let's go to a side mission. So you already have one, the secluded now,
Yeah,
the one I
let's,
mentioned with the commune. So side missions and track it.
Yeah, exactly.
if
it
you-
should be
you
tracked,
already
right?
tracked it.
Tracking
We
it.
we can have a look at the in the log if you want. At the
Make some noise. Unfinished.
it's southwest of the main town, so southeast. Sorry.
Southeast. There should
East.
be around here. Why I
Yeah,
can't
a
see
bit,
it. Oh.
northwest of where you are now. That spot there. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
right.
that's
Oh,
close to
yeah.
that.
Oh, it
That's
was.
where that mission is.
There we go. Place waypoint. Otherwise, I won't find my way.
And
Let's try not to run into.
so that's the
anything.
location we briefly saw earlier. and it's one of the side missions we wrote. So they're not related to the main story or to the whole base game story, but yeah, stuff happened on the island, and there was a life on the island before things happened. So you can find traces of that and see how people reacted to the tragic events.
Scroll wants some more romance.
Yeah, exactly. I just saw that. So
What? I'm more
how
more
is
romance
it
in the game.
to write like romantically related characters in a game?
In an Avalanche game, you mean? Okay, so this is
I think.
you're finding this commune. So it's literally means the commune of light.
Okay.
So
Ah.
the newspaper. I will answer that question afterwards. The newspaper you pick up when you start this mission mentioned that there was a commune that was kind of strange. Was it kind of cult? People didn't really know, and it had kind of dwindled in the years before the cataclysm. So you can explore and find out more about
Oh,
what
what's
happened.
that?
We'll
We'll have a look.
you
Let's see,
can
there
you
should
can
be one
explore.
left.
And then the question about the romance. I did think about it for this DLC as well, but it's all about the focus, because we still wanted to focus on the gameplay, because that's what's important, and exploration. So you don't want to do romance if you cannot give it enough time to make it worth it. But there's actually a couple of hints or mentions in passing
that's
about the mission giver. So there's a couple of hints about romance, but when you're surviving and it's post-apocalyptic, you have other things to do than just tell everyone about your love life.
Yeah, I gotcha. And I think most Avalanche characters would have romance with their weapon, like a romantic connection to their weapons, because that's about the most reliable thing in their arsenal.
So that can happen. And then on my daily work is struggling with this kind of stuff and see how we can add more things that are more grounded, because this game is it's grounded sci-fi.
Yeah, I gotcha. That makes sense.
So let's
So someone mentions can't talk about realistic when part of the game is not at all realistic. It's true. It's realistic is not the right word, but it's still sci-fi. I mean, we're fighting sentient machines.
Yeah.
But it should be plausible or somewhat grounded.
Yeah.
But yeah, realistic would not qualify.
It has to be realistic to the setting it's in. Would that be like
Consistent or cohesive.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
exactly.
that's right. Yeah.
can I get in here somewhere?
Yeah, Burden gets it. He's got romantic feelings for his Merla.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So see.
Little face hugger.
Have a
I'm
look.
fire. Come on.
And see, I'm sorry to get you up, but I knew that'd be it. It's like romantic feelings for his shotgun. I see. I told you.
Yeah, before you get to investigate and see what happened there, you'll need to clear out the area.
Yeah, I saw some. Wasn't.
There's a few more. Oh no. Scared you for nothing.
Right, so what
can
happened here?
you, if you can turn on your flashlight, we can see what the corpses look like. They're all dressed in the midsummer outfits. So it's kind of a midsummer
it's the
cult.
typical.
Folkdräkt.
Exactly. The national.
National costume. or
Exactly.
traditional costume.
Pontus has got several suits that look exactly like that.
And
But they have tassels on them.
Yeah, and he only wears them on Tuesdays and Fridays, so you guys will never see them, unfortunately.
Oh no, too bad.
Yeah.
And as you can see, they collected machine heads and placed them. So they're kind of strange. And there's you picked up a journal right now,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So that journal would give you a couple of clues.
Let's see if we can.
No.
Mizzurg nailed it. It's the
Yeah.
blinky disco bun.
Yeah. Okay. Spoiler. That was the internal name. No, that's not true. That was. It was called the Secluded. So it's at the bottom. Yeah.
There we go.
So yeah, that's
Psalms and rituals.
So yeah, there's a.
Oh, I recognize this. I wasn't really a big church guy, but still, yeah.
So yeah, they were kind of a singularity cult of sorts. We try to not go into too specifics there, and then the rest can be up to interpretation of what happened there.
But yeah.
This game has so much
look at
potential.
this.
Such a shame there are no NPCs. But you're in luck because now this DLC has NPCs.
It does
Exactly.
indeed.
Oh,
This is our first step.
yeah. We actually showed them off just 5 minutes ago, before we scooted over here to find this old Walkman. Where's the freestyle? Mixtape 15.
Nice.
Yeah, so they all have a Walkman or portable stuff. So that's also some kind of weird stuff we thought about. And as you can see,
The bell.
the bell.
Oh yeah, look at
Bong.
it.
Mhm.
I didn't realize it was church bell first.
So yeah, our well designer and mission designer did an amazing job with that location. Yeah.
Well, I think they did with all locations.
Yeah.
Oh, and yeah. Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
Come on.
So they were having
Look how it's frozen over.
Yeah. Oh my
and
god.
you even have the table when they were having
oh,
a
there.
meal. So
Yeah, the Midsommar meal. Hey, look
so
at
there are
this.
lots of small details in locations like this where this one obviously has a side mission to it,
Oh, the plastic chairs.
but sometimes yeah, plastic chairs.
Yeah. Oh, bye bye, little chair. Damn, this is awesome. Oh, I visited that house before. This too.
Christopher, yes, there are people to interact with on here. Just missed it. We're about 15 minutes ago or something. We were
Yep.
interacting with some of
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Yeah, we can scoot back over there before we finish and show them off once again.
NPC that would give daily quests. That could be a good idea. That could be very cool.
Mhm. Could be. Yeah.
So, what would your thought be of writing a mission a day?
I'll leave it at that. No. If you that takes time and a lot of going back to the drawing board or the designing board to implement. So yeah.
Yeah, and I think you don't want to repeat yourself over and over. To be creative and like original all the time would be super hard.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, definitely you need time to breathe as well. So yeah, some of those side missions are about the fleshing out some of the NPCs a bit more. There's one side mission that's about Benny's backstory. There's a couple of side missions that are kind of helping to uncover more about the mystery or expanding on the base game. So I try to make sure that as much that the story of the DLC was its own thing, a new expansion, a new story, self-contained, but was also helping to expand on the base game story. So there's lots of small bridges here and there, including in the collectibles. The collectibles are, for example, the vacation photos feature characters that are mentioned in side missions or main missions as well. So that's also something you might miss, and you don't need to see it to collect them and enjoy them. But like all of it is, we're trying to make everything kind of coherent.
Oh. For the photos, you can find all the locations on this island, right?
Yes. Yeah, all of the collectibles are on this island. So the
I
audio logs,
only
the photos, and the okay, I have a cheat sheet. I forgot the character bios. Yes.
I only think I found one photo though. Yeah, it was St. Charlotte's Church.
Yeah, that's the one where we were. That has the least story. So that's kind of the counter example of what I just said. Thanks very much for all the nice comments on you guys liking the DLC. We put a lot of love into it, and it was a lot of fun to work on it.
I like, how do I say that, Pouchely's idea there? I'd love to see like a mission where it has like a defending against a horde kind of feel about it. So maybe you're, come under attack. That'd be kind of cool when you have to hold off for a certain amount of time.
Yeah,
That'd be fun.
I can recognize that though. We
Mm.
don't want to spoil anything though.
No.
But yeah, it's a cool idea.
Mm.
We do have some cool places for that to take place as well.
Oh, someone literally just below it said the DLC is awesome. The Resistance Horde mode mission was brilliant.
Oh damn.
So see, now we can talk about it.
yeah, yeah.
Someone
There
talk
you
about it.
go.
Yeah. So yeah, that was.
But
that was a fun mission.
I haven't played it yet, but I heard it's super hard.
Yeah, it's after all like the enemy is throwing everything it's
dear.
got. Oh
What
yeah,
the
I love
hell
that
is-
location.
I recognize this.
Okay,
This must be some real conspiracy freak living here.
I'll let you discover it and see.
Oh my god.
You can explore it. You know, the caravans have interiors where you can.
Connor over on YouTube
Yeah.
says, thanks for making a good DLC. Thank you for playing the game, Connor. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Ooh,
Oh, look at this collectible.
a
Let's
character bio.
Let's look at that. Collectibles, characters.
And
Should be this one maybe.
Yeah.
No,
so
could it be?
Veronica Nilsson, she's one of the base game characters. So she's not featured as an NPC in this DLC, but yeah, she's present in this in the story and in the world.
Oh, we
One
can
in
read all kind of
1966.
stuff of that.
Yeah, I went overboard on all of that stuff. Wrote a lot of stuff.
Love it. No additional comments though. Do you want to give an additional comment?
No, that's probably because I didn't have a lot of time at the end, so I left it empty.
Oh, look at this. Oh, what did she have for food? Looks, it's a tomato. It's
I guess it's cold, I suppose.
yeah,
Yeah.
sitting here hacking away on her.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this.
This is one of my favorite locations. Like,
yeah.
I really
well,
wonder like who was living there. What
Look at this. Some real kind of, yeah, I don't know, awesome. I checked this one, yeah, no I didn't.
There was talk in a mission near the middle of the main island with a man ranting about an alien spaceship. Any chance at a robot dropship in the future to spice up long battles? So yeah, so this game is mostly about like robots that are so it's not aliens, it's like machines that are have a different.
So I guess, did you write, the piece he's talking about, did you write that?
Yeah.
So the guy was probably a bit cuckoo in the head then,
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
Well, it's
So-
those people in the 80s when those machines arrived, they would all have different opinions as to what happens.
Aha, I see.
Many
I
people would jump
see.
to the conclusion that they were Russians, like it's a Russian invasion, because
Mhm.
that's the mindset people had in the Cold War.
Mhm.
And
no.
others that already had that were already paranoid about the about aliens would jump to conclusion and say they're aliens. And that character was Uncle Kalle. He's also a favorite, not a favorite in the team because he's a very minor character, but Uncle Kalle even has, it's one of the rewards you get in the challenges.
Yeah.
Is
The-
it the
the tinfoil
tinfoil hat?
Ah,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah. So that it comes like it's the tinfoil hat is inspired from that base game mission.
People are throwing F's in chat for you.
Yeah, well, it's slippery when...
When frozen.
yeah, exactly.
So you find a safe house. That's good.
Yeah.
You can it can
Take
come
it
in
in
handy
on.
later.
Can I pass here?
Can you jump? Go ahead and jump.
Thank you. This is gonna be stuck in my head for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Oh, some Van Halen, that's nice.
There we go.
Uh-oh, I can hear something. Locate Benny's father's house. I would imagine Benny and his father did have a bit of a shaky relationship.
Yeah. Oh yes. I
I'm
was
just-
wondering why you were talking about the Benny's father. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what you can find out. So Benny is actually was actually born on Himfjell. So he was a rock star. So he moved out of Himfjell to pursue his career and out of Sweden. But he's that's why he knows all of that stuff about where towns are and what you can do to. He's the local, even though he has a complicated history with Himfjell. So
Gotcha.
that was interesting to to look into.
50 cal on a runner.
Yeah.
Ace.
Well, I didn't bring my Elstudsare with me today. So.
It's right in front of you.
But sure. Oh, just checking.
Oof, good shot.
And in this DLC, we did a lot of work to add variety to the locations as well. As you can see, for example, this church has scaffoldings and everything. Of course, that's like a very small example, but so that there would be more life to each and more variety to the exploration.
I like Toasty's question. Are we going to get any Christmas Easter eggs? We can't say anything, Toasty. But his suggestion about like antlers on the runners or the hunters around a nice lit up tree.
Yep.
So
I will keep poker facing through this while you talk about it.
But I think he said an ugly ass Christmas sweater. I think that would be funny on the hunters if they're running around with big Christmas sweaters on. That would make me smile.
How about a mini sweater on one of the ticks? Like the tiny, the baby stuff. The baby stuff.
They need elf hats on them. Imagine these little ticks running around with elf hats on them. That'd be funny.
That could be fun.
Santa hats on them. I don't know.
I saw something just earlier I wanted to discuss. I forgot.
Oh, it's gone.
Gone
Probably
for-
now.
Oh, where did it go?
I love that you can activate the organ and it plays the Jay-Z Generation Zero song. Yes, nice catch. Yeah, that's one of the fun little things that we added that our sound designer Peter added.
Yeah.
So there's lots of small things like this that we don't talk about, but that you can that rewards exploration.
I think it plays Beyond and Server as well.
Yeah, it's the same.
Anyway.
Yeah, true. The same melody as other song. So yeah, there's two songs playing, I think.
Yeah.
Oh no, did he ping me?
There we go, Mr. One saying a tank rival called Rudolph with a bright red plate at the front. I like it. I like it. I'm all for like themed stuff, Is there gas in there, Pontus?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Did you
Or it might be radio
radio wave
activity, yeah. As you see, it's affecting my aim.
Whoa!
Nice. Yeah. That usually takes me a couple more deaths before. Yeah.
Instead, elf on the shelf, you can have tick on the stick. Yeah.
Love it. Maybe you can answer that question. Ludab is asking, who created the Generation Zero theme song?
Right. So we worked with a Swedish composer that we work a lot with in our games, and his name unfortunately escapes me right now.
Is it Mats?
Mats, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mats Lundgren.
Right. Yeah.
So he's worked on other Avalanche games, and he's the one that worked with us. He's doing great work, and so I don't work with that, but our sound team works with that, and they do great work. Usually you can, when you work on a game, you can get tired of hearing music or sound effects or something after playing it so much. But I never got tired of the Gen Zero theme song. Like whenever I put on the game, it's like, oh yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
It gets stuck in your head. I can happily hum it away as well. It's good.
Yeah.
I like this one. Need to make the Seekers like towing little sleighs behind them. That'd be hilarious. That would be so good.
A lot of good themed ideas.
Son of Ralph Lundgren. Well, maybe as a half brother of Dolph Lundgren or son of Dolph Lundgren.
I have no idea. Yeah.
No. Unfortunately, it's a very common Swedish name. So.
Okay. I gotcha.
Yeah, this now
Some
you're talking.
Julmust as adrenaline sticks.
Yes.
Yeah. I like these ideas. It'd make for
Well,
a super happy Christmas.
Well, in the mission you finished last week, the second main
Well,
mission.
that's a Yulma spot there, isn't
You
it?
picked up like orange juice box, and that Benny wanted you to
That's good.
find.
That's got to be Yulma's, right?
And it says Coke,
Oh, does it?
Cola, Flash.
Gotcha.
Flash cola.
Flash cola.
Yeah, it's the best cola. Oh, hey.
Catch a lot of demon.
That's
Catch you later,
that
demon.
reminds. That's
Oh,
very close to home.
yeah. Oh,
LAN
back to
party.
yeah. Oh, look at this.
Mm. See, they were having a very healthy lifestyle. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, this is
Don't
so
you-
nice.
I miss those days.
Yeah, me too.
Mm.
It was so much simpler
Just
back
drink
then.
4 liters of cola and a whole lot of candy all night.
Yeah, and just play on the commando.
Spa-
Oh, I love
Good
it.
Space
times.
guy.
Pizza too usually started off the night. Back when I was young.
Where are you, by the way? Are you in the town where the mission is?
I'm.
Yeah, you're in that town.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm pretty close.
Just
So I'm
curious.
scooting my way there. Let's find Benny's dad's house.
It'd be quite creepy, the hunters just yelling out, ho, ho, ho. Start like gunning you down. Ho, ho, ho. A little Santa hat on them.
Sorry.
It looked like Benny's dad went out with a real bang.
Yeah, he barricaded himself in well
Yeah.
there.
Alright.
So yeah, some of the houses now are barricaded or boarded up.
Mm-hmm.
Because people try to survive afterwards, and probably they group together, and that's what this house is. Like after the cataclysm, more wasn't just Benny's father living there, but it still didn't end up well for them.
Yeah, they looked like they had quite a battle here. Man, this is cool.
And yeah, the when you started the mission, this mission with Benny's father, you first got a letter from Benny to his father, and we can have a quick look. Side missions, yeah, and a key. Okay, so it was a letter, yeah, unfinished, written in a few weeks before the machine invasion.
Rock on.
Yeah, rock on. That's kind of his. People have catchphrases, and they get, especially in the 70s and 80s. But he never finished it. Trying to.
So did you write this letter?
Yeah, I wrote it. Yeah. And yeah, basically they were kind of estranged. So he wanted to. He couldn't get himself to restart a relationship with his dad.
Oh, look at this.
That's his dad there, is it?
With the Barbaros. Oh, could this be not Benny's old room?
That's Benny's old room.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. And
Oh, look at his dad with the guitar. And oh dear.
and then there's a
I'm gonna
so
steal all
Benny's old
his
guitar from when he
stuff.
was a teenager.
Man, this is kind of deep.
Yeah. And
Oh
you can
dear.
you can have a look at that other letter if you want. It's in your finished missions now.
Yeah, it should be father and son.
Yes.
There we go.
That's someone in there.
And that's
No, that's
a
the one
letter
I
from
just-
69. No, that's the.
Was it the
It's-
right one?
It's just there. The
It's another
right.
letter.
that's from 69.
Oh yeah, young Benny is Papa.
So that's when his career was starting, and the dad kept the letter.
Yeah, and he's holding it
Mm.
on his deathbed. Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up.
Yeah, but it's
kind of-
also
kind of
sweet
sad.
in a way.
It's kind of sad.
Yeah, someone's saying it's a very heartbreaking scene.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks.
Yeah, you
Our-
like
but
you-
but the
I mean-
our character artist worked really hard to create that
Def-
Benny's father in Benny's liking as well.
Yeah.
So that was
Yeah, they
that's the
look
kind of
kind
stuff
of the
that he
same.
did. Yeah.
Oh, this I like. Thank you.
Gary Rutherford, good day to you as well.
So we got about 5 minutes left. Is there any last place you want to show us or a story?
Where good question.
I'm
Let's
down
see
by
where
the
we
water
are.
now.
You could go to the southeast. There's the marina. That's
Down
a pretty
here?
cool location.
Yeah, right. Let's
That's as a suggestion.
make our way there.
If you make your way there.
Yeah,
Not
hopefully.
die on the way.
Hopefully. Oh no, probably just a tick though. I hope. Let's get out of here. I don't hear any awful sounds though. But yeah, something went down here.
You'll probably aggro a lot of machines on your way there.
Oh, you think?
So some people are actually asking to see the NPCs again.
All right. Well, let's go back to the.
But you could teleport back.
Yeah,
You could fast travel if you don't aggro
I haven't
enemies.
activated them, right? Yeah, let's do that. We can have a last look at them. Fast travel. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Just beautiful.
By the way, how to access balcony in Benny's house? Good question. Not sure. I don't know. Since it's barricaded and boarded up, maybe you can't.
So let's take a little look. We'll start down here by the skis.
Yeah. So they kind of made like makeshift sleeping quarters with whatever they could find.
Yeah, managed to get some of the military beds down here.
And all of these characters we work with Charlie, our animator, and Juras, the character artist. All of them have small stories, so that we can make them as alive and interesting as possible, even though they don't talk. So, and some of them are useful to the group, some of them are not useful to the group. The way it would be with survivors, like it's a ragtag band group of sorts.
I gotcha.
Oh, she's got some nice bread. Is that an apple? Yes, an apple.
He's
Oh,
not
look at this
really
guy.
useful.
He's just looking at his watch. Got a nice sharp suit though.
Yeah, both of them are they're kind of a rich couple. They were guests in a hotel.
Aha.
She's helping. He's not helping that much.
Oh, you
and,
can see an
and
empty wine bottle here.
Yeah, it's fairly clear what he's spending his day with.
Yeah.
Maybe he
And-
got tasked to clear the bottles out so they can make Molotov cocktails.
That's true.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, of
maybe.
course. He's helping. Oh,
Yeah.
That would be a lot of Molotov.
oh, this guy looks a bit injured almost.
So he faced apocalypse class machines, and then was injured in the process. Lucky he didn't die.
Just to backtrack a little bit, Mizig's saying, where's all the empty bottles? But that kind of solves that mystery too, because they're using them, Mizig.
As they go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
As he's able to empty them.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough job.
Oh, here we got someone else. Counting. I guess doing inventory here.
Yeah.
The
Well,
old-
they have to do rationing, obviously.
Yeah. Well, if they'll be stuck down here for a while, so
Yeah,
I'm
you would
happy I
get.
could help them out. And she's pushing papers.
But they have walkie-talkies because that's their way to communicate first with you and to. Anita's goal is to try to get more people together because the more they are, the more likely they can survive.
This is so creepy that they're following me. Like looking at me. Don't
So
stare at
if
me.
you ever meet Pontus, don't look at him, alright?
No, it's
Yeah.
rude to stare though.
You're staring. I mean, you're looking at them and pointing a gun at them.
Oh, that's true. Oh,
See,
damn, you got me there.
I mean, no wonder they would keep an eye on you and go like, okay, what's this dude? And
Let's
and
check
next
out
to
the
next to the
little beer
NPCs, there's also a like that warboard that they put up. That's where you can find the sign missions.
Yeah.
Basically, that's whatever they wanted to investigate.
Oh,
And that
look
they
at
found.
this.
Mm-hmm.
2 weapons, distance and close combat. Likes to make traps extremely fast.
Mm.
Oh, damn, this is nice.
Enjoys long walks on the beach
Yeah.
and candlelit
So see,
dinner.
more people are saying stop pointing a gun at them. So it's not just me. Like,
Oh, I can't put it away.
How can you hope to create a relationship with them that way?
I don't have any inventory space to put it away. I'm sorry.
Well, you could hold a health kit. Talk to them while holding a health kit.
Oh, that's
that would
true.
that would be a bit less.
I can
aggressive.
hold a grenade.
It would still be
I think you can push.
That's not
I think you can push H and put everything away. Is it?
really.
Oh, and
I-
all the
I-
world you can.
H would be fun if the nade exploded. Troll of the year. Like you could press Alt F4.
Yeah, that's right. That gets rid of it.
And yeah, is this the new DLC? This is this is the new DLC that was released at the end of November, and that is called Alpine Unrest,
Yes.
taking place on a new island called Himfjell.
So basically, I just cleared 2
Benny
missions.
Benny's not amused.
No,
Benny's
hey,
never
what a
amused.
cracker.
He's never amused unless that's as laughing as his own jokes.
I like his hairy little belly.
Yeah, that's
Where
That's-
have they been? It's not Roskilde. It's just
Mhm.
some random scarf.
Well,
Well, let's end it with Benny then. Hey, Benny.
the breakout character.
Yeah, love him. And yeah, that's everything for us today. We'll be back next week, I think, for the last stream of the year. Matt, you'll be back tomorrow, or will you?
El Clasico.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
No, I'll be there.
You'll be there.
Yeah, well, unless something weird happens. but,
Yeah,
you know,
I can't join you tomorrow though.
That's
Sad
fine.
face.
That's right.
Yeah, you'll manage.
They'll miss out on Ponytas.
Tell them I said hi,
I will.
and that I love them.
Ponytas
Are we
said.
going to see? Are we going to see more of the Resistance in future DLCs? Well, we cannot.
Well, sorry, time's over. We can't talk about that. Too
No,
bad.
as per usual, we never talk about anything until we're ready to talk about it. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, anyway, thanks a lot for today, guys.
Yeah, thanks for joining, Greg.
Greg, for
Yeah.
joining us.
Thank you so
Had-
much for having me here.
Yeah,
I
really
hope
nice to have you. You seem
And-
to know what you're doing.
Thank
It was
you,
great
Chad.
to talk about the
Yeah,
story.
and stay out of trouble.
Yeah. Catch you guys.
Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.